During our today's class, we're gonna paint this lovely girl from Squid Game. I do like this character and I like her face expression, so I decided to choose her as my main character for today's painting. And guys, for today's class, I'm gonna use my watercolor paper and I will use Watercolor for this class. So, I think we're ready to start. And guys, for today's class, I'm gonna use my watercolor brush set. Yes, this one. So let's get started. And I'm gonna use blue oval brush. Let's get started. First of all, we need to think about the color, the skin color. This one, and the picture is kinda dark, so I decided to brighten her, the color of her skin. So yeah, it's more like beige color. And guys, pay attention, we need to paint underneath our sketching layer. I will lower the opacity of our sketch and I will lock it. Once again, speaking about the light source, as you must see, the light source is around her face and a little bit on the forehead, but the middle part will be in the shadow. So actually the light will go from the left side, from the bottom of her face. So keep that in mind. And we have the light part here. Also, you might leave the white gaps. It's fine. Now let's move next. Let's go even to brighter color, nearly white. Okay, now let's move to darker color. And this part under the nose. And don't worry, later we're gonna blend it, so it will not be that sharp. This area will be darker. This one under the nose. Now let's grab a lighter color. Okay, let's keep painting the darkest parts. Just look at the face, look at the picture. Okay, pretty good. I won't blend it for now because I want to finish painting all the body parts, and after that we're gonna merge some colors and we're gonna make it more natural. Now I want to add some color to lips. Now let's lower the opacity and add some colors here. Increase the opacity. Okay, good. Now let's add some color to her eyes. Pretty bright color. Let's add a little bit of those shades. Now a hair. Okay, for hair I will create one more layer. So try to combine different shades, don't use just one color. So what is good about the brush, because it's pressure sensitive, so you can add as many colors as possible, and the hair can be thick or thin, so it's up to you. Once again, you don't need to paint everything in details, just the main parts. Because her hair is a little bit messy, so we need to show it. So cool. Now our aim is to add less saturated color. Create one more layer. Now let's switch to another brush, and we're gonna use BooColorful Opal. Grab eraser and erase the overlappings. As a blender, we use BooTextured Emerald Blender. Okay, pretty good. And as an eraser, we use BooStudio Barrel Eraser. Why I like this brush? Because it can help you to add some colorful touches. You see, when you add different strokes, the color of your brush will be slightly different. That's why it's called BooColorful Opal. I'm gonna add more shades here. Also some tiny part of reddish color. This part. Maybe dark beige. This part. This brush is cool because it's like kind of blending brush, so it blends naturally. Okay, now let's move to next part, and I'm gonna add some color to her outfit. So it's kinda greenish. So this color would be suitable. I will create one more layer underneath of everything, and I will grab a Opal brush. Okay, we're done with painting the first layer. Now we need to blend together some of the sharp lines, and we also can make our picture more saturated. For that we can duplicate the layer as you see here. So I merge that together too, same with hair. Looks wonderful, but we don't need to have it that bright. So I merge it together and merge together with hair. The same with the skin. Once again, it's too bright, so I lower the opacity of one layer till 50% and after merge together. The same with outfit, with clothes. I'll lower the opacity till 60%, merge together. Do same here. merge together and merge together with the rest of the outfit. Okay, cool. Next I will go and grab blender. Yes, you have different options. You have sapphire splash brush and blender. You can gem eraser, grab gem eraser blender. This is also a pretty lovely one. You can see it blends very authentically, naturally. Or if you want to have some kind of gap, my suggestion, you can use this blender. This is actually one of my favorite blenders. So let's just blend the gaps a little bit. Once again, I use BooStudio Splash Brush and Blender, and I'm using it as a blender. So as you might see, I don't blend everything because this brush is very suitable for this. I want to leave some kind of like strokes. And this brush doesn't blend everything entirely. Okay, done with this one. Now, as I promised you, we're gonna add more shades. So how to do that? Guys, as you see, we have lots of different kinds of brushes, and we can use BooStudio Splash Brush and Blender as a brush. So I'm gonna use this pretty lovely peachy beige color, and thanks to this brush, you can add some shades. This brush is amazing for adding some kind of shades. Try to add another colors, don't use just one color, one shade. It's not natural. So try to add probably a reddish color or more orange color. Okay, that's our shades. If you want, you can duplicate it and it will be more saturated, but I do like to keep it like this, so I'll merge it together. Create one more layer, maybe slightly bluish. So yeah, I'm gonna add some kind of background color variations. This brush is pressure sensitive, so if you press harder, you will have more liquid. And add some kind of shade. Yeah, so we need to make it more natural. If you want, once again, you can duplicate and her hair will be more saturated. I'm gonna keep it like this and merge that together. Okay, final detail, I want to add some kind of lines and I want to add more shades to her eyes. So how to do that? We're gonna grab Bush Sharp Amethyst and I'll create one more layer on the top of everything. Careful with brush. So this brush can help you to add more details. Okay, she's very lovely. Let's just add some kind of eyelashes. A little bit, we can't show it like perfectly. Now we can add some tiny part. Yeah, eyebrows. And you can add a little bit of hair all around. so you will make it more realistic. After that, lips. So watercolor is a lot about the contrast. So your aim is to find this contrast and show it to people. We can turn off sketching layer. We don't need that anymore. Just try to keep showing some tiny details. This part. Next part, let's just add tiny stamps. Okay, I will create one more layer on the top of the hair and I will press clip and mask. After that, I'm gonna grab Watercolor stamp 6. I'm gonna go and move this layer to clip and mask mode, and I will switch blending layer mode to multiply. Yeah, and thanks to stamp, I just added tiny bit of color variations. And I like that, merge together. Do same with this part, clip that, move to multiply. Let me think, this color. And I just want to add a little bit of colors. Okay, like that, wonderful, I like that. Merge together, do same with the skin. Clip and mask, move to multiply. Now be careful with the stamps, you might switch to another stamp, the one that might be more suitable, Watercolor stamp 14. And now you need to think where you want to place it. Maybe you want to show the shades here, and I think that would be just wonderful. And maybe one more stamp. Select it. Freehand select the stamp. Now have to move it slightly. Maybe place it here. And erase this part. Okay, one more stamp, multiply, same. Freeform. Now we can change the size and the appearance of our slide. If you want, you can lower the opacity, make it not that saturated. It's completely fine. Maybe some stamps like this. Yeah, put the stamp here. On lips. I'm gonna go and grab another stamp. Now we might think where we want to put it. You can put the stamp here. And after lower the opacity, now it's not that saturated. And I want to add tiny detail. I like the stamps, I will merge it together. I'll create one more layer on the top of the hair, set it as a multiply, but I won't clip it because I want to go beyond the lines here. Okay, wonderful. Now one more last final touch, BooStudio Fire Splash brush and blender, and I'm gonna go and add a little bit of blending effect here. So you see, I blend the color from the hair into the background, and it looks just beautiful. Okay guys, this is the end of our class, I hope, and I think we don't need our reference picture anymore. And I hope you enjoyed our today's tutorial, and now you know how to paint like watercolor portrait, and you might paint some character from the Squid Game. If you like my class, please subscribe, thumbs up, and let's see each other in a new video. Bye bye!